Welcome back. Today in this session we will be discussing about critical evaluation of design, which is one of the important part. Whenever you create your design, we need to evaluate so that whatever the shortcomings are there in your design can be improved. In this session we will be discussing about how to evaluate a design, techniques of evaluation. We will be just giving some tips how to can effectively evaluate any design. So the first thing, whenever you are evaluating a design, you need to have some questions in your mind. These questions will lead to the evaluation of the design. So you need to have lots of experience, then only you will be able to evaluate any design and can develop some skill to evaluating any design. What is wrong, what is right, you need to decide based on your experience. The instinctive skill can be developed by increasing your knowledge and understanding of art and design through studying the work of other artists and designers. You have to gain information, you have to learn a lot so that you can just evaluate easily whenever you are given the task for evaluating any design. The evaluation is done to find out what works and what does not. It's just you have to decide. So this is the process, and this is how you can do the evaluation of any design. So we will be discussing some techniques of evaluation. And there are several tips and techniques which are used. These are based on individual experiences, knowledge, skills. So some of them are SWOT analysis. You need to analyze the strength, weaknesses, opportunity, and threat of any design. Search for design principles. We discuss about principles, and whenever you are evaluating any design, you have to find whether they are meeting the principles of design or not. Colors plays a very important role, so you need to think whether the colors are appropriate and they are just giving the important feel of the design. You need to analyze the typography. Take a look at the images which are placed or which makes the design more attractive, more appealing. So we have to take care that the images which are used in the designs are relevant to the title or theme of the design. And the last is the target audience. You need to think and you need to take care for whom you are designing, who is your audience, and how you can maximize the impact of your design. Whichever design is there, how it can be more improvised, how it can be. As I said, SWOT is something which is known as analysis of strength, weakness, threats, and opportunities. So we need to find out what are the strengths of your design, what are the weaknesses, what are the threats, what are the opportunities, and how we can reduce the weaknesses and how you can grab the opportunity. This we need to decide. So whenever you are doing the SWOT analysis, you need to have some questions in your mind. What are the ideas, advantages? What can the idea be successful? What are the current existing idea resources from where you have taken this idea? How others may see the strength of the idea? So these are the questions for analyzing strengths of any design. Then we will be discussing about weaknesses, what are the questions, what are the important things we need to take care whenever you are analyzing the weakness of any design. How can the idea can be improved? How it can be improvised? How the gaps can be filled? What does the idea lack in terms of experience, team, and resources? What can prevent the idea from success? How do others see the idea in terms of weaknesses? So these are few questions which you need to take care whenever you are analyzing any design. Now the questions which talks about opportunities. So you need to think what opportunity does the idea have in the market? How the company can help the idea to succeed? And the threats. These are the few questions. What are the obstacles that face the ideas? Do the idea weaknesses represent any threat to its success? These are few questions you need to ask yourself whenever you are doing the SWOT analysis of your design or any task. What are the financial problems that may face the idea? Now, coming to the paying attention to the color. Color plays a very important role in design. We have discussed lots about colors. It is one of the important element of design. You cannot underestimate in any project. So whatever color you are using, it should be just attractive and it should be meet the requirement of the design. The color choices can entirely change the way of a reading design. If it is chosen according to the palette picked properly, what does a particular color symbolize? Based on that, you need to think which color you are going to use in your design, and also you need to take care you are in which place whenever designing. Based on that, you have to pick that color. Are there any areas that create incandescent effects? Then we need to think and we need to find whether all the design principles are available in your design properly. We discuss about different principles of design: balance, contrast, repetition, space, proximity, alignment. We need to find whether these principles are available in that design or not. Is there enough contrast between design elements? That we need to find. Do design elements create a certain visual flow supported by the repetition of forms? We need to check whether the elements are repeated in the design or not. Are design elements aligned to each other in a clear, readable way? That is what alignment is. If everything is properly aligned with the vertical, horizontal, center, that you need to find. What is the distance between design elements and what type of visual messages does it create? Analyze typography. Typography plays a very important role in design. For different purposes, we have different font and different font types. So you need to carry and you need to find whether typography carries a message about the design or not. You need to have different suitable subject, their legibility, style, proportion, arrangement, and color. Could this be improved upon by making any adjustment? Whether you can increase the size or you can reduce the size or you can just put some gap or alignment, you can just change the alignment. This is how you can check whether how it can be improvised. Following question can be asked whenever you are analyzing typography: how many typefaces fonts are used in this design? Fonts, for different purposes we are having different fonts, but there should be no large numbers of fonts, so we need to take care. Do they create a clear message or maybe feeling of chaos? Is there enough contrast between titles, taglines, and other types of text? So this can be obtained by just putting or having different font sizes in the heading, taglines, and also you can have different fonts. Are piece of text grouped in a clear, readable way? If there is a paragraph, it should be in a single paragraph grouped together. Article can be grouped together. Headline can be separated with the article, main body article. Is the text aligned well? Alignment is again an important part. You need to take care. And next is the importance of image in your design. Whatever image you are placing, whether it's relevant to the design or not, that you need to take care. And accordingly, either you can have a photograph, icons, or other images that you need to analyze whenever you're doing. And it should be suitable in your project and best fit for the design. Are they properly used and generate general design aesthetics? How can the image quality check and maintain? The image should be better quality image. If it is low resolution image, then you need to remove that image, because whenever you go for printing, it may get pixelated. So you need to take care of the image quality also. And the image used accordingly to the copyright policy. Again, this is one of the most important part. If you are using some image which have some legal issues, so you need to think, you need to have permission to use that image. So copyright is one thing which need to be taken care whenever you're using image from other sites or other resources, to that need to be considered. Use of well exposed good quality photographs is probably the best idea. And always whenever you are designing, you need to take care of your target audience from whom you are designing. So it can be, you can divide the audience into age category or their occupation or gender, that you need to decide, or location or income group. So you decide for whom you are designing your design. Based on that, you can have your design. Does your design speak in a language, color, and style that appeals to your target audience? Just like if there is a younger group, the younger group likes more bright colors. They are full of energy, so you can have bright color for them also. What is the purpose of the evaluative design? It is a flyer advertising art class for kids, for a poster inviting for a jazz concert. This we need to take care. Maybe it is an informative website about yoga practice or a layout of a teaching blog. So these are different audience, target audience for whom you are designing your design. The target group is essential and it will determine the uses of colors, fonts, and any other design elements. And lastly, whatever things are available in design, how you can improvise, how you can maximize the impact. So is the design impactful, legible, and meaningful? Could an average viewer read and understand it well? Does it stand out and catch your eye? Does it support defined goals and objectives? In the visual communication, things are designed to make impact. So these are few questions you need to ask yourself whenever you are evaluating any design to maximize the impact. What can you improve to make a project stronger? In this session, we discuss about how to do the critical evaluation of design, and we discuss about different tips and techniques for evaluating design. Thank you so much.